What's up YouTube, PokePrimer here, ready to deliver you week number 6 of the UPA Showdown division here on the channel. This week, we, the Anaheim Epitons, are taking on Maxy and the Booming Bathgate Blacephalons. That is a mouthful and a half, and I hate Maxy for making his name like this, but it is what it is. It's a cool name, actually. It's different. I think it has something to do with like a soccer club or something. I don't fucking know. But the Booming Bathgate Blacephalons. I'll never get it right. Yeah, here's the matchup. His team consists of UPA Unbound, Keldeo, Ferrothorn, Glastrier, Moltres, Silvally, the Vaporeon, Mudsdale, Mismagius, Mega Ampharos, and Muck. So, all pretty solid, terrifying mons, all pretty, good stuff. A lot of really slow mons. Like, there's a clear gap in his speed tiers, where it's like, Keldeo's pretty fast, then it drops to Mismagius, which isn't like that much slower. Then it drops down to Silvally at 95. Then we go to 90 at Moltres, 80 for UPA, and then it drops from 80 at UPA to like 50 for Muck, or no, 65 for Vaporeon, and then 50 for Muck. But like, there's a clear drop. Like, there's a couple fast-ish mons, and then there's a whole bunch of not fast mons. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for us in this matchup, because there's definitely a lot of things that we can outspeed and really mess up, but it's going to be a matter of playing our cards right, I guess, and timing things appropriately. So, yeah. Let's just go ahead and hop into our team and see what we're bringing against them. There we go. My mouse has been acting up all morning. I need to charge it, so it is what it is. I might just pull out my old mouse and fuck with that for a little while. First off, we have Kairou, the Mega Mawile. Play Rough, Iron Head, Rock Slide, and Thunder Punch. 252 HP, 132 attack with Adamant Nature, and 124 speed. The 124 speed allows us to outpace no speed investment Vaporeon and everything below that. So that allows us to just kind of like abuse his lower speed mons for a little while, which is pretty fun for us to do. So hopefully we'll be able to do plenty of that. Play Rough, Dual Stab just kind of really messes up a lot of their team. It came down to, I had to pick which. I brought Thunder Punch because I wanted to hit Vaporeon super effectively. I knew that was going to be something that was going to be difficult for us to break. Probably should have just stuck with Stab for that, because there's 2 4x weaknesses that are pretty good switch-ins to this. And I only brought the thing to hit one of them, and I feel like both of them probably will come to the game. And that's Moltres and Ferrothorn. I wanted the Rock Slide because I know I don't want to get burned by the Flame Body. I should have also brought the Fire Fang. In hindsight, obviously. The battle has already happened, by the way. I should have brought the Fire Fang in hindsight. So an alternate way of hitting the Ferrothorn. But that is not something I decided to do, and that is perfectly fine. It is what it is. But, having fun. You don't think about these things always in the moment, so now I think about it. But this mon just hits his team incredibly hard, and hopefully it pulls out some cool shit. Next up, we have Yasuhiko, the Zarude, with the leftovers, Leaf Guard ability, of course. Bulk Up, Darkest Lariat, Rock Slide, and Power Whip. 216 HP, 116 attack, and 176 speed. I probably should have redone his spread, actually. I should have redone his spread, because I originally intended this to be a subset. Sub up on something and like try to get bulk ups up. And I also had the sub with the Rock Slide so that I could KO the Moltres after it tried to come in on me as I set up my sub. That's kind of like was the point of the way I designed the spread, and I forgot to. I just didn't have room for sub, so it is what it is. Oopsies. But Bulk Up Darkest Lariat is really nice against his team because a lot of Mons like to boost their defenses, so we can hit through that. That'd be really nice. Rock Slide for the Moltres, of course, and then we have the Power Whip just for stab. It smacks his team so incredibly hard. I didn't decide to go for the Speed Tie on the Mismagius. I just didn't feel like that was worth it. So I just kind of went for the speed of Silvally, and I went from there. So next up we have Misao, the Espeon with the Expert Belt Magic Bounce ability. Psyshock, Dazzling Gleam, Sunny Day, Weather Ball, max special attack, enough speed to outpace his whole team, barring any Scarfers. And, yeah, the rest of the HP. So, I brought Sunny Day, Weather Ball because this is literally the only thing that Espeon can do to not get walled by Ferrothorn. Like, I know Ferrothorn is going to be the immediate switch into this thing every single time. So, I click Sunny Day if I'm forcing something out. Get the Sunny Day up, and then I force the Ferrothorn into a bit of a pickle, because then it has to try to take a Weather Ball. Fun fact, it does not want to take a Weather Ball. It will die. It will die 1,000 times. It's pretty funny. At least having this option, at least it gives me a chance to be able to deal with the Ferrothorn in some way, which I think is nice for us. Plus, Ferrothorn doesn't really do much in front of us. It either has to have Body Press or Gyro Ball as its offensive option, and obviously Gyro Ball is like the better option, but we can still take it and get the Weather Ball off if we have to. If he like somehow has like Aqua Barrier or he lives in some way, shape, or form, we can still deal with him. Next up we have click the damn Mon, damn it. We have Aoshi, the Mamoswine, Assault Vest, Thick Fat, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Knock Off, and Icicle Crash. 232 attack, 24 defense, and 252 speed with a Jolly Nature. I went for the Speed Tie on Hoopa, just in case that situation comes up in the match, because it very well could. Definitely something that could very well happen, and I don't want to not be that invested and then just have Hoopa beat me, you know? This mod just smacks his team. Rock Slide is important because with being Assault Vested and Thick Fat, we take any one hit from Moltres and we can just Rock Slide it and KO it, which is great. Earthquake smacks his whole team aside from that, which is really nice, except for the Mismagius, which, again, because we were Assault Vest, we could take a hit and knock it off and really mess it up. But yeah, his team doesn't appreciate Earthquakes or Icicle Crashes. Earthquakes into Icicle Crashes are really nasty for him. It's just a strong Mon. It's just a strong-ass Mon this week. Very simple. It's simply put, it's a strong Mon every week, to be fair. Next up, we have Big Leak Energy, the Surfetch, the Life Orb Surfetch with Scrappy. First impression, close combat, knock off Defog. I wanted to have Defog because, obviously, the Ferrothorn exists. And I'm not going to ignore the fact that the Ferrothorn exists. So he could very well set up a whole bunch of hazards. And I just want to be able to get rid of them. And I didn't want to put it on any other Mon. So we have that. First impression allows me to deal with the Hoopa. If it's like a Scarf Hoopa or any other Hoopa that could cause us problems. Even if it's like Trick Room Hoopa set. We can first impression it and blow it off the face of the earth immediately. Close combat nukes like everything. It hits so many Mons. It's kind of nuts. We are speed crept for, I believe, this covers max speed Mega Ampharos. I think max speed Timid Mega Ampharos hits 207, so we're at 208. So I wanted to be able to knock those things out as fast as possible. Knockoff just allows us to get rid of items on things because, you know, that's always important. And yeah, this thing just smacks his team really, really hard. So hopefully I can get Surfetch to do some stuff. Last but not least, we have Kenshin the Salamence, the Yachi Berry, Intimidate, Wish, Rock Slide, Dual Wing Beat, and Dragon Claw. Basically, this thing is just here to kind of be a bulky pivot with his team. This comes in on things like Ferrothorn. This comes in on things like... This can come on Hoopa. If it's like a physical set, this can come in on Moltres pretty easily. This can come in on most types of Silvally. This comes in on Vaporeon. This comes in on maybe Mudsdale. This can come in on Muck. Like, this can come in on a lot of mons on his team. And like set wishes up, pass wishes around, which are going to be very crucial in this game. Are you kidding me? You really doing this right now? Let me just see real quick. Can y'all still see? Yeah, I mean the reconnect thing is kind of on screen, but we're just gonna ignore it. We're just gonna ignore it right now. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that this is here because we're almost done with the team and I don't want to have to reset everything. We have Rock Slide to hit the Moltres, of course. And then we just went with dual stabs. So we had the appropriate coverage we needed to just hit his team as hard as we possibly can. I very much tickled around with a special set, but I just didn't feel like that was necessary at this point, so I just decided against it. But dual stab just hits everything else on his team decently hard, so that was pretty much the goal there. This thing's not here to hit stuff super hard. This thing's just here to pass wishes for the most part. And intimidate things and allow the rest of our teammates to thrive. The Yachi Berry is there because of Keldeo. We expect Keldeo to have the Icy Wind. So Keldeo Icy Winds us. We eat our Yachi Berry. We survive it. Hopefully, the best case scenario is it Icy Winds us and we have a Wish Up. So that we can then go ahead and... We can go ahead and... My brain died. We can go ahead and dual wing beat it back and just KO it immediately and then wipe out that massive threat off the face of the earth. So that's kind of the goal with our Salamence, and that's what our team is. So let's go ahead and hop right into the battle and stop looking at this reconnecting screen. Let's do it. Alright guys, we are here for our battle against Maxy and the Booming Bathgate Blacephalons. I think I actually nailed it on the first go. That's a crazy thing. You just watched our team builder. He decided to bring the Keldeo, Mudsdale, the Mega Ampharos, the Ferrothorn, Moltres, and the Vaporeon. So, very fat team. He is a very fat team. So, this is going to be a tough one. We're going to have to break that team. We'll see if we'll be able to do it. So let's go ahead and just hop right into the matchup itself. So he leads with the Moltres, I lead with Surfetch, which is immediately terrible matchup. And so I go hard into my Salamence as he goes for the Will-O-Wisp turn 1. So that is immediately bad. Obviously, this Salamence is meant to be much bulkier, and it's meant to Wish Pass and stuff. Like, that's a thing, but even still, having this thing burned sucks, because I do have the Rock Slide. I do go for it here, and it does nothing to this Vaporeon. So I'm going to set up the Wish here as he flip turns out. He goes into the Mega Ampharos, and I recognized at this point that I didn't have a switch in for Mega Ampharos. I didn't actually have a switch in, so he sets up an agility as I get the Wish back, but that's not really going to help me much here. So he's going to Dragon Pulse and just knock me out straight up. I go into Mega Mawile here. I'm going to Mega Evolve. He goes for the Thunderbolt, gets a stupid amount of damage off, and I'm able to take him out with a Play Rough. But, god damn it. Hindsight, I could have preserved my Salamence, because obviously he was going to go for a Dragon Pulse there. If I had just gone into Mawile on the Dragon Pulse, and then I would have had my Salamence preserved to Wish Pass later, and then also I would have been able to take out the Ampharos anyway. But it is what it is. I go into Espeon here as I'm going to set up the Sunny Day as he goes into Ferrothorn. Obviously, he reads the Weather Ball like a book, which is fair because it's obvious at that point what I'm trying to do. Definitely, hindsight, my prep for this match was very much bad. So I go for a knockoff here, as he actually turns out to be Chople Berry, which is exactly what I was fearing. I'm going to defog and get rid of his rocks, and now it's in. And, yeah. So... here's the real issue with things. Look at my team. Just look at my team for a second and tell me what I brought to deal with Mudsdale. Tell me what mon I brought to deal with Mudsdale. I'll wait. I'll wait. You tell me what mon I brought to deal with Mudsdale. If your answer is nothing, you'd be correct. I don't know what was going on in my head when I prepped for this game. I genuinely have no idea what was going on in my head. When I looked at Mudsdale and I decided I don't want to prep for this. Why would I prep for this? I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what lapse of judgment hit me. I genuinely have no idea. I genuinely don't know what to tell you. Because I've literally done this to someone. I literally did this to James in NPBF earlier this season. So I don't know what went on in my head as to like why I just decided, I don't need to prep for Mudsdale at all. I don't need to prep. It's not that big of a deal. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Oh my god. Oh, and we lose 5-0. Ugh. It's only our second loss of the season, so I'm not like too beat up over it. I know the reason that we lost mainly is because I was stupid and I didn't prep anything for a goddamn Mudsdale. But god fucking damn it. It's to lose that way, especially just one lapse in prep, sucks. And both of our losses this season, like, our wins have been pretty close for the most part. But my brain just shut down. It's the fact that both of our losses have been so big. So like all of our differential that we earn in like our several wins just disappear like that off of like 2 losses. Like come on, like it sucks. It really sucks. So hopefully we'll be able to bounce back. Next week we are taking on the Vegas Golden Kamalas, I believe is their name. Vegas Golden Kamalas, coached by the King Kamala 13. Yeah. So we're gonna hopefully bounce back with that matchup for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.